Yep. Yeah. So today we'll be continuing with lists where we last left off yesterday, last class. We had done till the count function and the len function, if I remember correctly, and we'll continue from there. So the basically there's only one more useful function for lists in terms of competitive programming. At least there are some others, but you don't need many. The one or two more. Okay. So the first function which I'll tell you today is find function. Okay. So finding basically means you want to find something which is there in a group of things or whatever. So you want to get where that particular thing is. Like you have a particular thing in mind, like you're at home, you want to find, like you're at TV browsing some channels, you want to go to a particular channel. So you will try to find it and like go to that particular channel after finding it, right? So for that, you will go to the guide. You will look at that. You get all the channels that are there, and then find that particular channel. So this also does the same thing, but it automates that and does it for you. So for example, we have a list. L is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay. This is a list. This is like a group of things that we have, and we want to find where, for example, 4 is in this list. Okay. So what we do L dot find 4. So what this should do is it will find where 4 is there in the list. Just give me a second. I'll restart the screen share because there's some issue. Yeah, just give me a second. I'll come back 1 minute. Yeah, hello, I'm back. So yeah, that was basically the find function. What it does is it finds the, like we do L dot find 4. So L is our list. We have seen here L is the list, and we did L dot find of 4. So what it will do is it will find 4 in this list. So we do B is equal to L dot find 4, print B, control F5. Oh, sorry, find does not work for lists, by the way. Find should work for only strings and stuff. Sorry. Uh, 3, 4, 5, 6, for example. Here we have to find like 4. Okay. 4 is like in this list. The index of 4, can anybody tell me the index of 4 in this list? Arnesh, you are a bit wrong. Yeah, both of you are correct. The index of 4 here is 1 because indexes start from 0 as I taught you in the last class. So we do end dot find of 4 and we print B. So what it should print is, oh, sorry, the 4 should be a string, by the way, not a integer. This is a bit of a wrong. So yeah, what it does is it gives us the index of the string or the character that we inputted. For example, here it's 4. So we can find any particular character which is in the string. Now, for example, what will happen if there were 2 4s? Can anybody tell me? Like, what should be the output here? If there were, instead of just 1 4, there were 2 4s. 1 and 4. Okay. Any more answers? 1 comma 4. Any answers anymore? It will take the first occurrence. Yeah, Kanoj, you're correct. So what find does is find cannot actually output 2 values and stuff. Okay. So what it does is it just finds the first value, which is, for example, here 4. So it will just print the first index. It will just print 1. It will not take into consideration the last value. It will just be like, okay, I found 4 here first. So that's it. I don't need to find 4 again. That's it, and it's done. Okay. So yeah, that's basically find. And yeah, so that's basically the find function. And yeah, that's basically it for lists and all. Now I can finish, start with dictionaries. Now you see, dictionaries are another type of like data type, as in Python data structure, if you may. and it is also used to store values. But a dictionary is like, it's like a linked thing. Like for example, you have like it's like a lock and key system. Like I'll give you an example. For example, D is equal to 1 3 2 4 6 8. See, this is a dictionary. Okay, I'll rename these to A and B to make it easier. Yeah, so this basically is a dictionary. Dictionary is like a linked kind of a system where A, B, and C, these three are known as the keys of the dictionary. Okay, like the first values which are before the colon, these are known as keys, and the values which are after the colon, these are known as the values. Okay, so you can almost consider this like as a lock and key system, where if we enter like key A, key B, or key C, it will give us it will unlock the necessary locks to give us the values 3, 4, and 8. So for example, in lists, we had indexes. Like indexes were the keys of lists. Okay. So here we can say print D of A. This is basically like an index-like thing for lists, but in case of dictionaries, what it does here is it takes A as the index, so it will print 3. It should. Okay. Let me run it. Yep, it prints 3. So a dictionary is basically like a lock and key system where you enter the keys which are A, B, C, whatever, and it will give us the answer that is for the necessary. Okay. Except for also these keys have to be unique. You can give like a same key cannot be there in the dictionary twice. I think that should lead to an error. Yeah, see, it will lead to a syntax. It should lead to a syntax error. Okay, no, you can have the same key twice, but it will like mess up with your programs and all. Okay. Like it does not consider this first key as a particular key as far as I know. Let me just check. Yeah. So basically, if you have like multiple keys in a dictionary, it will not consider this one as the like this value as anything. It will just print the answer of this. So is it 44448? Wait. For I and D print D of I. Yeah, yeah. Okay, I was correct. I should change this one to 5 to make it clear. Yeah. So this first day basically becomes like this one because of the earlier stated reason. And yeah. So that's dictionaries mainly. Dictionaries also have the regular like I think dictionaries are immutable. Dictionaries are mutable. D of I equal to 24. I should make a D of A and print D. D of A equals to 24, and then if we print D, what should happen is it will change the value of A. Let me just check it out once. Yep. So dictionaries are also mutable like lists. You can change them during the program. So yeah, that's dictionary for the main part. Yeah, those are the dictionary functions to put something in a dictionary. D of I equals to this. You can insert new values. And yeah, like we give a new D of X is equal to 7. Print D. I think this should give us a new value in the D. Yep. X goes inside the dictionary and it becomes X of 7. So yeah, those are dictionaries, basically lock and key values. A is the lock, 3 is the key. To get all the keys, you can use this function known as d dot keys. This will give you all the keys that are there in the dictionary. And to get all the values, which are these 3, 5, 8, and 4, you do d dot values. This will give us all the values that are present in the dictionary. Okay, so I'll just run it out. Oh, I had to print, sorry. Yep. Also, this has its own like thing, date keys like this way. If you just want to make it into a list, you can do print list d dot keys. Okay. So this will, instead of printing it like in dict underscore keys A, B, C, X, it will just print a list of the values. And you can work with those with lists in your programs and all. So yeah. Yeah. See, it just prints it as A, B, C, and X, 2, 4, 5, 8, and 7 as a list. So yeah, those are basically dictionaries for the most part. They can be used in general to make like linked programs. Like you have a specific database, you enter like name, this thing, age, this thing, this thing for many employees and whatever. And then you can get the like total names and all of those for a program. Although this is like not very used in competitive programming stuff, which is what I will be teaching in the tech club. So yeah, it shouldn't be too used. Don't worry about it too much. Also, to remove a value from a dictionary, you can use d.pop, the index that you want to remove for d.pop a. This should be a string. Print d. This works. Oh wait, I did a mistake. It should not be listings. Happens in general. Yeah. So the a value gets removed. And if you want to remove a value, I think it will be d dot remove value, the value that you want to remove. As you know, remove doesn't work on this thing. Remove is only list specific. So yeah, that was d dot pop. Pop is basically you can give the index that you want to remove. For example, a d dot pop a3. The key value pair gets removed from the dictionary. Okay. So any questions till now? If you have any question, no. Okay, thanks. If you have any question, just ask me. Also, if you have in general, if you have any questions up until whatever was done in my sessions, or like Arya session, if I know the stuff, you can ask me. I'll try to help you out after the session for like half an hour. So yeah, the list of values. This is fine. Anybody else any questions? If not, I'll continue. So yeah, this was the dot list of values, keys, and whatever. This was dictionaries in general. And some more list functions which I not taught you. List 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, comma 6. To insert values, I told L dot append 10. This will append the values in the list. But for example, you want to remove some values from the list. For example, you have like list of whatever numbers. You're given like print this list without the even numbers. Okay. So anybody can tell me what will that program be if you know the like values and stuff. If you don't, that's fine. I'll just tell you. Also, the function to remove stuff from the list, that is L dot remove, uh, insert thing you want to remove. Yeah. Yeah. So what L dot remove does is it's basically takes the value, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will take the, you can input the value that you want to remove from the list. For example, I will put here L dot remove 10 because I appended 10, and then we print L. What it will do is it will take the list, it will print the list, but it will remove the last 10 that we appended using L dot append. So we do F5. Yeah. So at first we appended 10, 10 got appended, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. then we removed it, 1 2 3 5 6. Okay. This should be easy. If you want to remove a particular index, we will do same as dictionaries. L dot pop index number 1 2 3 4. For example, we want to remove 2. We'll do L dot pop 1. It will remove the first index, which is here is 2. Then we print. You know, yeah. So 2 gets removed. Okay. And there's also L dot insert. So what we'll do is we'll at first give the index that we want to like put the thing in. For example, 2, comma the integer that we want to put in, 10. Yeah. So what it does is L dot insert is like we are taking an object and we're putting it inside the list at a given like specific interval. Okay. So for example, here we use L dot insert 2. So we took the second index, which originally was 3. Okay. But now we push back the 3 behind the 10 and we put the 10 in the second index. So the list becomes 1, 2, 3, 10, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have L dot pop 1. So the second index is 2. 2 gets removed. 1, 10, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Any problems here? You can ask me. For I in L, if I modulo 2 equal to 0, L dot remove I. Is this how we remove the even numbers? Yeah, you are correct. But I modulo 2 equal to 0 because equal to 0 will give errors. But yeah, your logic is correct. Any doubts up till now? If no, I'll continue with the session. I don't think there's any doubts because I don't see much in the chat. If you do have, just ask me once. Into the waiting room, I'll let him in. So I guess all of this is clear. And yeah, so I think that should be it for the teaching part for today because I had basically done everything which I had to. Also, if you all paid attention, like in the class, this should be enough to like finish off class 11 first term syllabus for Python at least. If you all did that, that is. I hope you all did. The class 11 first term Python syllabus is pretty easy to be honest. So yeah, hopefully you all take CS in 11 because like to be honest, CS is a free subject. Okay. Like you all don't need to study for it or whatever, just a little bit of programming and all, you should be able to get it like almost full marks. Maybe binary and hexadecimal conversions and whatever, those might take a bit of time. But yeah, basically free subject. So yeah, let me just check if I have anything else. I think that's it for the teaching part. I'll be doing some questions after this. And oh yeah, I had to do one. Okay, so in strings, we know that when we are taking input of a string, for example, you take a string as a is equal to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. Okay. Now we want to like find the number of times a particular letter occurs in the string. For example, A occurs in the string. Okay. So usually what we will do is for I in A, this will check each and every character in A. If I equal to small a, C plus equal to 1, C is the counter, the C is equal to 0 here, and print C. Okay. So we'll get the number of times small a occurs in this like string or whatever that we put, we'll give A's, 3 A's and whatever. And yeah, we'll run this. Yep, the answer is 3. So we'll get the number of time A occurs. But the issue is people don't always input strings as like small letters, because of course they don't. Sometimes the first letter becomes capital. They feel like, oh, half the letters are capital and whatever. So how to convert these capital letters to small letters for our use? Because we don't want to put I is equal to A, or I is equal to A, or I equal to capital A. This causes the program to check twice. And if it checks twice, then it will take more time. And if it takes more time, then that's a worse program. So what do we do? So instead of doing this, what we'll do is A is equal to, wait, what was that? A, B, C, D, whatever. And we do the first 4 A's as capital A's. So what we do is we use A dot lower. What this function does is it takes all the things in the string, like A, B, C, D, whatever there's in the string, and it converts it into lower letters. Okay. So we do then print A. What it'll do is it'll just convert it all into lower letters. Then we can just do this. It will run it off. Okay. So without A dot lower, the answer, anybody knows what the answer will be without A dot lower? One, one, just count it up correctly because there should be more. Yeah. Now you're correct. I knew some people, like I knew I would have also made the same mistake. So yeah, without A dot lower, the answer should be 3. And I think you're all correct. Yep, all of you are correct. And A is triple A, whatever. Yeah. So now we use A dot lower instead. And now the answer will be, yep, you're correct. Waiting for more answers. Yep. The answer is in fact 6. And the string becomes lowered. Eh, wait, why didn't it? Oh yeah, this just makes it for a lower like thing. Wait. Yeah, so you have to print the function itself for it to work. Also, like it should be for I in A dot lower instead of I in A dot thing. I did a mistake because it, like, see, the thing is the function here doesn't convert the string itself. It returns the string with these converted to lower letters. Okay. So A itself remains the same. A does not have any changes in it. Okay. Yeah. Now it returns 6. So do remember that if you want to change A into lower, you can do A is equal to A dot lower, print A, then we can again do print A. That should help you clarify it. Print A. Yeah. Yeah. So you can see here, at first A was in the like capital letters triple A, they get changed here. So to convert the string itself, we do A is equal to A dot lower, and to just use the function, just A dot lower. Okay. And similarly on the other side, we have A dot upper, which just changes into uppercase. For in A dot upper, the answer should be 0. Yep. So A dot lower and A dot upper, those are to convert the strings into either lowercase or in uppercase. So yeah, I hope that's clear. This is pretty self-explanatory. And yeah, if any doubts, just ask me. I'll check if there are any more functions which I had to do, because I keep forgetting about functions because I try to not use them. Also, yeah, there's max functions. Just give me a minute. Yeah. So for example, you have a list, L is equal to 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, comma 6. And you want to find like which is the greatest number that is there in the list. Okay. So now there should be 2 ways to do it. The one way is the long way for I in L, L max equal to 0. If I greater than equal to L max. L max equal to I print L max. This is one way of doing it here using just a regular string, like string things. This should work. Yep, it prints 6. This is one way of doing it using the list indexing list, going inside the list, parsing the list, then seeing which numbers are there, then comparing, okay, the next number is bigger than me. So I will become that number that is bigger. Okay. But for example, we are lazy people in Python. So we don't want to do all this. What we do is instead max of L. This does all the work for us instead of having to write the program. B is equal to max of L, print B. See, it's that simple. So that's the max thing. There is also min, as far as I know, min of L. Yep, min also works. Here, there's also the sum function. Yep, sum also works. That's 16, 6 for 10, 10, 6, 16. Okay. So these are the min, max, and sum functions. These are all you usually need. And after that, I don't think there are more functions that should be required. Yeah. Also for some other things which I think forgetting to tell you. There is a is equal to 6. There's an operator like this. Okay, this basically states the power of a number. Okay, for example, b is equal to 6 power 2. So what it does is b is equal to 6 squared. B becomes 36. Okay. This is like the power operator thing. Usually useful instead of using library functions, which are I'm not going to teach right now because basically useless for CP. You can always do the stuff on your own. So yeah, we do have 5. Yep, 6 and 36. There's one library function which I'm gonna do, which is the random things. So hash include random. Oh, sorry, import random, not include. I'm doing C++ things. Okay, so this is a library thing. Okay, this is a library. For example, this is like a library in general, like IRL library thing. You're importing books from this library into your Python like coding environment, and you can use like those pre-written functions which some other developers have already written for you to do stuff. This in particular is the random library. This is used for generating like numbers from 1 to like X or whatever you want. So yeah, the main functions to declare a thing in like a library function, you will at first have to write the name of the library, random dot the name of the function. Okay. For example, a randint function. Randint functions is like another form of range function from 1 to like 6. A is equal to random dot randint 1 into 6. What it does is it will assign any value of a from 1 to 6. Print a. It will just randomly give a any value from 1 to 6 and it will keep printing it. For 6, 2, 2 again, 5. So yeah, you get it. It will give any value from 1 to 6, which is an integer, and it will print that. You can also use, I think, list stuff for this, like with the like what should I say, gap of 2, like 1, 3, and 5 and all. I think it should work. Nah, it is not. Yeah, including both 1 and 6. Yeah. Randint includes both 1 and 6. There is another function known as rand range. This does not include 6. It will include 1. Okay. You can run it quite a lot of times. Yeah, so this does not include 6. This includes 1. Okay. So yeah, that's basically random and stuff. So yeah, that's basically all the functions which I had to cover, I think. Let me just check it out once more in case I forget something. Eval listen all done, append done. Yeah, powers are done, done, and done. Also, there's one more function thing, one more library, which I'll tell you, although this is also not very required because I tend to do it manually mostly. This is known as the statistics module. Okay. The statistics module is like you have learned statistics in maths, I hope. Statistics is like mean, median, mode, and whatever. So for example, you have a list like L is equal to 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma 5, comma 6, comma 7, comma 8, or whatever. And you want to do like we have to find the mean of this list. So statistics dot mean of L, it will give us the mean of the list. B is equal to, and print B. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It will give us the statistical mean, which is 4.5. You can also do median, 4.5 again, because like straight group list. And then we can also do mode. For that, I'll make it easier. I'll give 2 ones. Otherwise, maybe garbage value or whatever. Yep, 1. So that's the statistic module. These are also not very used except for the median one, which is sometimes needed for some programs. But once again, I tend to do it on myself, like manually instead of using the statistics functions and all. So yeah, I think that should be all. I have covered all the library functions and stuff, and I've given range, keys equal len and all. So yeah, that's basically the teaching part for today. And so I'll stop the recording for now. And I would like, if you have any kind of like questions and all, I'd like you all to ask those questions and doubts if you have any. And I'll show the like second program, which I had not shown the last day for the assignments. And yeah, that will be it for today's class.